And Dow 20,000, so close and yet so far. What are your thoughts here?
Hi, Abigail. You know what? I thought we were going to make it easily, and we still might. But today's action is pretty ugly, and I think you might tie some of the selling pressure into what's going on between Kerry Obama and Israel here. That's when the selling actually really started this morning. So I think we might have a little trouble getting there. We will get there eventually, but I really thought we'd get there today or tomorrow. But it doesn't look good at the moment.
So that's pretty interesting, because I was going to ask you whether you thought that this could be the beginning of the turn. I know that you think that at some point in 2017 that this rally is going to come to an end and it could be tough. But you think Dow 20,000 ahead of that and then a rough patch in 2017?
Yeah, I do. I do think we'll print 20,000. I mean, you know, normally markets get to a certain point. The traders are going to push it through one way or the other. And I think we will see there. But I do see a rough patch coming because we've had such a dramatic rally. And, you know, we'll call it the Trump rally, whatever you want. But all the things he wants to do are great. And I hope he can get them done. And I think he'll be able to get them done. But they're not going to happen tomorrow. And we still have all this old debt and all these old skeletons that have to be dealt with until we can move forward. So there's a lot of issues out there. And a lot of money's been plowed. And yet in the higher interest rates initially will hurt, but it will help later. So a lot of things will be great help as we go forward, but in the near term, I think we will see some profit taking coming in.
So very quickly, before turning to your trade, what's your tell on that turn? What would be the number one thing you're watching to suggest that we will see some bumpiness to the downside?
The real thing I would look for is a quick sell-off followed by a rally to a lower high, and that would indicate that the buyers are exhausted. Now we would start to see some selling. That's what I'm looking for, is how the buyers react to the first initial sell-off, and that will give me the answer to my question of where I think we're going to go. Good
stuff. Very helpful. Now, turning to your trade, I know that you're bullish on gold and the gold miners. Can you talk us through your trade on Nugget, which is up in a huge way this year already?
Yeah, actually, Nugget's been kind of wild, and it's really a high flyer, and I believe that we're coming very close to the near end of the bear market in gold. So I want to figure out a way to inexpensively play the gold market right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to February, and I'm going to do what we call a 1x2 in Nugget. I'm going to sell the call that's actually in the money right now because Nugget has moved quite a bit since I sent the trade in, but I'm going to sell the $6 call, and I'm going to buy two $8 calls. The trade gives me a $200 risk. However, my potential upside is unlimited because once we get through 8, I start making dollar for dollar, and gold should have a big move here. Now, I think there's more room to the downside, but between now and February, I would expect a pretty good spike, and we might be on the way back up after we get to that point. So I think there's a lot of heck of potential in this particular trade.
Interesting. So it sounds like you like the precious metals. Any trade ideas on silver, very quickly?
I love silver. I think silver is actually overall a better play. It's just harder to play through the option market. It's so non-volatile. But silver, I think, is a great play, and I think you want to look to be an owner of silver for sure. I think silver will outperform gold once again.